Welcome to the QT Gossip Podcast, where we flip the script on gossip, turning negativity into positivity. Join us as we redefine the conversation, focusing on the good, the inspiring, and the uplifting stories that shape our world. It's time to change minds, one positive gossip at a time. Let's dive into the stories that make us smile, inspire change, and celebrate the best in people. This is QT Gossip, where good news is the headline of every episode. Now, it's time for Tea Time with the Queens.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the swashbuckler of the switches, our very own bastard of the buttons, Captain Jack Morgan.
Welcome to the QT Gossip Podcast, where we flip the script on gossip, turning negativity into positivity. Join us as we redefine the conversation, focusing on the good, the inspiring, and the uplifting stories that shape our world. It's time to change minds, one positive gossip at a time. Let's dive into the stories that make us smile, inspire change, and celebrate the best in people. This is QT Gossip, where good news is the headline of every episode. Now it's time for Tea Time with the Queens. Listeners, while we love to hear your thoughts and opinions, please remember that the views expressed by our audience members do not necessarily reflect those of the Queens Talk Gossip podcast team. We value diverse perspectives and encourage respectful discourse within our royal community. Cheers to lively discussions and keeping the crown classy. And now, let's welcome your panel of royals, Sensei J, Diva Queen Bee, and your host of QT Gossip Podcast, Miss Queen Lily.
Welcome, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Can we all?
What?
Can you hear me? Perfect.
What?
Yeah.
We just couldn't hear Captain.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for coming to QT Gossip Podcast, where we flip the switch on negative gossip, turning it into positivity. I am very happy to announce that we have a very awesome special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me introduce our guests for the evening, Blaqjedi.
Woo!
Welcome. We're excited to have you here. It's going to be an awesome show,
So glad
and
to
I
be
am
here. So glad to be here.
super excited to have you here. It's going to be an awesome time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we would like to announce is thank you everyone who is watching on our live stream and everyone who joined us here today at the Queens Talk Gossip Podcast. As some of you may know, that there's an upstage area where you can go have some fun, drink some drinks, and go swimming in our pool. As well as the people who are live watching us, thank you so very much, especially our sponsors who are also live watching us as well. Miss Diva, do you want to announce who our live sponsor is for this week?
Well, our advertising sponsor is actually my Michigan campaign team. So I want to thank them for for advertising our Queens Talk Gossip podcast. So for those that may or may not know, I am a politician in Michigan, and I am running for office. I am on the 2024 November ballot for Chesterfield Township, Michigan, for the township for the council. So again, everybody's watching, so I want to thank my campaign staff and my campaign team, and definitely for supporting QT Podcast.
Yay.
Yes, thank you so very much. We are extremely blessed to be able to have that a part of our team for this week, so thank you. As well as for the beginning of the episode. Again, we also want to thank our special guest for joining us today, and we hope that you have a lot of fun here. Please feel free to always make any comments, talk with us, have some fun, as well as our guest out in front. If you have any comments, if you have anything that you would like to ask questions about, feel free to come up to Mr. Captain Jack at the front, and he will be happy to lift up the mic, so that way you have the chance to voice your opinion. But that being said, I think it is time that we have some fun. We always here at QT Gossips like to do a little bit of an icebreaker, and none other than our awesome button bitch, Mr. Captain Jack Morgan, who is finally back home, is gonna help us with this. So let's give it to Mr. Captain Jack here. Woohoo! Yay!
That bastard of the buttons to you.
Oh, bastard of the buttons. Okay, sorry, my bad.
So what was the theme for today?
Our theme for today is first day of summer. Who is excited for the first day of summer?
First day of summer, yes.
Heck yeah.
Well,
This is just the first day?
Yeah, officially first
actually,
day.
Yeah,
it's
my
either
kid's been home this whole
today or
time.
the 22nd. I don't know which one it is, but somewhere around now.
Definitely for here, for where I'm at, it's today. So
Well, my icebreaker has a lot to do with the first day of summer, because when you think of summer, you think of summer vacation. And where do you like to go on your summer vacation? So I'm going to narrow it down, because we don't want to have to worry about figuring out the entire planet. If you're thinking hot weather, you might want to go where there is some nice cool water. So where is the best beach or body of water in your entire life that you've ever visited? And why is it so special?
ooh, that's a
Ladies
good one.
first.
Ladies first. Okay.
It could be a lake, it could be a river, it could be if you don't live near an ocean.
Okay, I have one. Here's mine. I'll go first since Miss Diva over here looks like she's very confused. So mine is going to be Tybee Island
Like the pro.
in Georgia. Mine would be Tybee Island in Georgia, and here's why. Tybee Island in Georgia has amazing water. Like, it's super nice, warm when it's needing to be warm, cold when you really need it to be cold, but it also has the amazing shells. Depending on where you go on Tybee Island, you're able to find actual whole big shells. Like, the biggest shells that I've ever collected have been at Tybee Island, and I love the ocean. I love shell collecting. So that is one of the places that I used to love to go, is Tybee Island for that, as well as
Wonderful.
Cocoa Beach in Florida. But that's just, everyone loves Cocoa Beach. So how about you,
Nice.
Steve?
Oh, I got something to say. I always do. So,
Oh, yeah, I know you do.
but one, I
Yeah.
can't swim, and I don't like water on my face. So that's why I had that look. I do not like water on my face. So, let me see here. I mean, I've been to some great beaches, worked in the Caribbean. I can't even answer that question for you, because my preference is I don't even be trying to go sit too much in the water or near the beach. You got something else for me?
Wait, you worked in the Caribbean?
I have a water phobia. I am not lying, but I'll be the first one to get on a cruise, the first one. But I got a water phobia. I really do. I'm gonna work on it.
All right.
I said my
I've got one
birthday in
just for you.
January. I said for my 55th birthday, I would do the Y. I would do the Y,
Diva-
and I'm gonna take
Diva
lessons
doesn't
in
even
January.
like to get near these waterfalls behind her.
Okay.
She kind of tiptoes between them. She can.
Oh,
I've
that
got
makes
one
sense.
just for you, Diva. Just for you.
What?
What store have you shopped at that had the best shoes ever?
There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, Just yesterday, I was at Christian Louboutin up in Somerset.
How did I
Shout
know
out to
she was gonna
Somerset,
go off
Troy,
this one?
Michigan.
Oh my word.
Louboutin store that had Juneteenth deals. Holla.
Oh my word. If
I
could
knew
only
you would answer
imagine.
that question.
No.
Did you get the red bottoms? Did you get the
That's
red
funny.
bottoms?
Girl, life is nothing without red bombs. That's why I worked all these years.
You know, here's the funny thing. In order for me to have red bottoms, I have to paint the bombs in my shoes.
No, but actually, you might end up with something because remember, I'm about to send you some shoes.
Oh, it's true too. That's right.
That's right.
Girl, rain on me. If I could just play that song right now on my bot, I would. Miss Gaga up in here. Also, just a small little fair warning to everyone. Unfortunately, I am pretty sick. So if I end up coughing a lot or have to coin out every so often, that is why. So please, my awesome
No
team
problem.
here will take care
The
of it.
show will
but,
go on. You bet.
Slightly hurting. So, okay, the ladies have spoken. Now it's time for the gentlemen. How about you, Mr. Blaqjedi? What is your favorite beach?
Well, I live in Florida, so I've been to every single one of these beaches, and I can start with the worst, which is Panama City Beach.
Mm.
It's only because it's always crowded, but for me, probably would be Mexico.
Ooh,
I
okay.
recently just came back from there.
Oh, late.
So it was real nice to be out there and not have a lot of people be there.
That's great.
But yeah, I mean, for me, it's probably Mexico. I've been
Now
to all
in
the ones here in Florida.
Florida, let me guess. It's either Clearwater or Cocoa Beach. Am I right?
Well, yeah. To be honest, the best beach I've been to, and it honestly will exclude Florida. I don't know if you've ever been, but go to Alabama, and it sounds crazy, right? But they have a beach, and it's like it like buttons right up next to where Mobile and all that is. They meet at. I'm telling you, you will love it.
Ooh.
My wife is
I'm a
from
beach.
My wife
Obviously,
graduated
I am
high
a
school
beach
in the Florida Panhandles near Destin and
Okay.
Fort Walton Beach in that area. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, like I said, I'm not. It's nothing against those other ones. It's just once you've been to them, and they stay so crowded, it just doesn't appeal. Doesn't look good. It's not good for me. I like to have my space. And during the summertime, especially, none of those beaches are worth going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually just in Florida a couple of weeks ago, and we ended up going to Daytona Beach. And when I was very, very little, Daytona was nice. I remember them having a lot of boardwalks where you can shop. I remember a huge arena where they could, like, band competitions and cheerleading competitions would go there and perform and all that stuff. And nowadays, it is a hot mess. I don't think I will go back, unfortunately, to Daytona because
since they really like kind of in a sense banned Panama. I'm sorry, in a sense banned Panama as a destination spot for like summer and spring break. A lot of those other beaches are catching a lot of tours, and they're destroying it just as much. So that's why Miami was like, no more people come this way, please.
That's crazy.
Nobody was being able to go to Panama, so they've been going to Miami.
That is wild. Well, what about you, Mr. Sensei? Jay, what is your favorite beach?
Oh, I'm a Colorado. I was born and raised and lived 50 years in Colorado. And so for me, going to Colorado and going up into the mountains and finding a beautiful Colorado clear blue mountain lake would be everything I would need.
Ooh.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
That is really good. See, here in Ohio, we don't have anything that awesome. The one thing that we do have here in Ohio, which is unfortunately a thing, we like to call it Deer Creek. Okay? Now let me tell you, it sounds pretty. It's garbage, okay? I kid you not. You if you were to, it looks like a beach. You could walk on it. It has sand, fake sand as a beach. you would walk on it, you would put your big toe in the water, and you're probably going to get some type of disease. It's
That's tragic.
yeah, it's
That's
a
not
little
good.
wild. What about you, Mr. Bastard of the Buttons, as we say? What is your favorite beach?
I only really have one, and it's a little small town. It's actually a frontage road town. It's about 2.5 miles long. The town is. The beach is a lot longer. But if you blink your eye, you may miss it. It's in California. It's called Cambria, California. Look it up on Google. Check out the beaches that are there. If anybody's seen like pictures of Santa Cruz with all the people, you were mentioning, what was the beach in Florida that had a ton of people?
Panama.
So Panama that has a ton of people, that's like Santa Cruz. It's always a ton of people. Now, take the beach. It's there, literally goes miles in both directions. But when you stand on the beach and you look in both directions, you may see a grand total of 5 people. If that, there's like nobody there. Plenty of rocks to sit on, plenty of shells to collect, beautiful rocks. I even was digging around and I found a black rock that had gold in it, actual gold. So, you can find these things there. So it's a beautiful beach. It's so serene, so calm. You can hang out with the elephant seals, have a good time.
Elephant seals. Oh,
good
I
stuff.
love ocean life. Ocean life is the best.
Peace and quiet is what it
You
was.
had me until you start talking about them. When you start talking about them damn elephant seals, that's when you lost me. But everything else,
they're always asleep, and they're in a designated area that you cannot walk up to them. So they're chained off. So they have their own
it
little
makes me feel bad.
habitat.
What a shame.
Yes.
I would have loved to go.
But you
pet
can
one.
look at them. You can take pictures of them, but you just can't come up and pet one because
that's
they'll
what the
kill
line
you.
draws for me.
I'm good. What'd you say, Blaqjedi?
So that's what the line is drawn for me. I don't do wildlife.
That's what I'm talking about. I can't do it. We talking about some elephant seals. I'm like, what the hell?
Like, listen, I'm
if
good.
anyone in
Like,
our
what's-
audience would like to answer the question as well, please feel free to.
I don't even
show
like
some
petting people
confetti.
dogs. Belong to
And
my pet.
Captain Jack will have his little tablet to. Maybe he doesn't have a tablet.
I don't have a
Here's
tablet. There's no
I don't
tablet.
know. Here we go. Here's your tablet. I don't know why it's over here.
Hey, cool out.
Hang on. Let me find your name here. There we go.
We got a process here. There you go. What is your favorite beach?
Hello, and my name is Coel, and I actually do have like a lot of favorite places to go in the summer, and especially the beaches. I have like lots of them, but like my top one favorite I'm going to say is the one next to Mobile that Blaqjedi said. I actually went to Mobile once. I'm just telling a little bit about myself. I actually went to Mobile once to actually stay 24 hours in the ship that in the USS Alabama ship. I went 24. I stayed there for like an entire day.
Wow.
Wow.
That's very
That sounds
exciting.
fun.
Sounds like an adventure.
Well, thank you
it
so
is
much for
actually-
sharing.
Cool.
I'm also Blaqjedi's friend, just to let you know.
All right.
Oh, well,
Awesome.
thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Glad
we
you
appreciate
came,
you being
brother.
here.
Yes.
I like Cool Al.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just a positive.
You're so
button.
cute.
And he's cool.
Positive ball of energy. Yes,
Yep.
agreed. Well, thank you
Get
for
a chance,
sharing.
Thank you,
man.
Cool Owl.
Orange
Appreciate
Beach
it.
and Gulf Shores, man. Get a chance.
And your
That's what he's
outfit
thinking
is
of.
lit. Look at the hair matching the jacket. Go ahead on, Cool
Yeah.
Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like Diva. She matches her hair with her outfit too, and her makeup.
Gotta
And her
represent.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Does anyone else want to share what their favorite beach is, or maybe even their favorite beach drink? Let me tell you, mine is a nice little pina colada and a
If you want to, come on up, Isaac.
Well,
Delicious.
Well, while we have them coming up, can I
Shot
really
of vodka.
quickly just recognize our audience because we had a lot of names I want to recognize. We have some greats in here. I see I go by Price in here. What up, Price? I just seen Goddess. I was trying to catch her before she ran out. I see back there we got another legend of Meta in the house. I see Burden of Proof back there under the umbrella. We got
Bubblegum
Adele
Planet, I
2.0 in here. Who else we got? We got Isaac, one of the top tweens on here. And I see Bubblegum Planet. What up? I just had to reckon. And who is on the steps over there?
King Fast
That's
Jacks.
King Fast
Hey.
Jacks.
All right. Hey, King. I just had to recognize we have some greats in here.
Yeah, I'm sure we got some people in the pool up there too. I seen a lot of people go upstairs to go swimming, but we can't see it. But thank you for coming, for sure.
Black Jedi brought out the house tonight.
All right, what is your favorite
around
beach?
at the same time?
It's like a beach and kind of like a boardwalk. It's Wildwood. I love the beach and the rides over there.
Nice.
And I forgot I have two favorites. I can't choose one, but there's one in Atlantic City, and it has like a whole Ferris wheel. It's right by the Hard Rock Hotel. I love that.
Cool.
That sounds familiar. I don't think I've been there, but it sounds familiar.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you. Now, if
I will
anyone
tell
else
you,
would like to participate,
these are some very well-traveled tweens. My parents threw me in the back of a station wagon and took me to the zoo, and that was the summer. I mean, they been everywhere now.
Listen, we said back of a station wagon. We just went to the backyard. And we made like we were somewhere else.
You people know my daddy. You must know my daddy.
Oh my word, that is so funny.
It was two backs. They said go to the backyard, and I can't wait till you go back to school. That was it.
Back to school. That was all it is. Yep. When the street lights come on, then you go home. That's it. That's how it works.
Thank you, Mr. Basher of the Buttons, Captain Jack Morgan, for an awesome icebreaker. We had a lot of fun with it, and we had a lot of people that were guests that involved in it, so thank you so very much. Again, if you guys have any questions for our guests or ourselves, or for our special guest and ourselves, please feel free to always just pop on up in front of Captain. He'll put up the mic in front of you during the show, so you're always more than welcome to come ask any questions. But right now, I think it's time to get some hype going and talk about our meta news. Mr. Sensei J, what is the meta news for today?
Well, we are having some very exciting things happening here in Horizon Worlds. Starting next week, January 26th, all worlds will be available on web and mobile by default.
What?
By default.
Wonderful.
All worlds from all creators. Now, you can turn that off in your control panel, but right now, if your world is, if you have a world in Horizon Worlds, it's by default going to be available on web and mobile. This may mean that you have to make some changes in your world to be, accessible through web and mobile, right? And if you don't do that, then it may be difficult for somebody on web or mobile to do the things in your world that you want them to be doing. So you might want to consider that now, because June 26th is coming up here real fast. And that's when the switch is going to be flipped, right? Right, Black Jedi? I'm sure you're already on top of it with your
yes, indeed, I am.
You bet. And understand that there are 1,000 times as many people that have a cell phone than have, a headset. So we are exponentially growing the pool of people that can find your world.
Interject for a second. If the smart thing to do, if you're really trying to push your world, is go ahead and put the link inside of your Instagram of your world, and once they click it, it'll link them straight to the world to go to it. So if you're trying to push the world, put it inside of your link, your bio, and people click it, they'll take them straight to your world.
Exactly. No friction at all. You literally hit that button and boom, you're in their world on your phone. It's that simple. So for people who have a super social media presence, this is a gold mine for you. So
it really helped assist as well. Because we're always talking about the business uses and how we're using it with business, and and so it makes it easier when I'm sitting down one-on-one with the client. We can actually, now we can get on the phone. It makes it much easier because it was a challenge a lot of times when you're in the meetings, and if we're flying in and we didn't bring enough headsets, then so that I like that. I think that's a good move to help us to where we need to go, as being well-rounded as an organization. So
without a doubt.
here's the question. And I know that we are obviously not VR chat, but did VR chat ever have that option too? Or is it...
I don't know.
See,
Only on
because I'm
computer,
thinking to myself,
not
because...
mobile.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think
I'm
on
thinking
computer,
too,
yeah.
because Horizons is now becoming so advanced.
So it's more
that
like
we are
spatial,
now-
I guess you would say.
Yeah. we're
Spatial.
getting
Spatial.
Phone access.
Well,
and
spatial,
that's
we have to compete. We have to compete. And, when you look at it, me and Sensei always saying, whenever you listen to the numbers, you always know the direction. So you got to compete
That's right.
to make that money.
That's right.
Listen,
That's
they're
right.
to be honest, they're kind of behind the ball, so they're trying to push a lot of things out.
That's right.
And get
Yep.
That's right.
and try to get back ahead of it. Because
They are. They're trying to get ahead of the curve
long.
before Connect happens.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so
You're
I think we're going to
100%
see a
correct.
lot of big stuff happening between now and Connect. So that they can say, hey, look at all the things we've done this year. Granted, it was at the very end of the year, but hey, we did all these things right now. So,
That is
accessing on
wild.
mobile is a huge deal though, because you can, even like if you're on a subway, heading to and from work, you can jump on and it's it's kind of normal. People do that all the time.
Yeah.
Pulling out a headset and putting it on while you're on the subway is a little more harder, difficult.
If you're in New York, it might get
True,
stolen.
yeah.
Yeah. So as a result, this is going to really bring a lot of people in your worlds if you market it correctly, like Blaqjedi was saying, using those links in your social media bios and in your social media posts.
Speaking of
Interestingly,
links,
yeah, Meta has decided to, going forward from now on, safety specialists will no longer perform real-time observations in worlds. So,
Oh, really?
this is a new thing. Yep. They are going to continue to play an important role in reviewing reports and taking appropriate action if somebody reports something inappropriate or whatever. But like right now, it's not any longer
Wow.
a possibility that we have a trained specialist in this world with us at this time. So,
Wow.
you
So
can
we're
say
no
what you
longer
want
going to
now.
get those
yeah,
updates.
you can. The only thing is, every headset records the
Like
last 3
Jedi, I
minutes
like
of
you.
what happened, and so if somebody reports
but
something
you know
in
what?
the world, then everybody's headset for 3
I'm gonna
minutes
tell you
goes
something
to
right
the
now.
specialist.
Let me tell you something right now. If you turn on closed caption, everything you saying is being recorded.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you.
absolutely.
So believe it or not, everything you say is being recorded. So
Yep.
if ever it comes back, information is there.
It is. So, but there are no live trained specialists any longer in Horizon World. So now this is something
so I
that
will no longer get those updates. Oh,
yeah,
my trained
that say a
specialist
trained
was in
specialist
the
was in your world.
my word,
Black
that was
Jedi will
annoying.
really appreciate this. How many people work with fog in your world? Fog
A
is a
little bit.
difficult thing because you either have it set at 0 and you have crystal clear infinitely right to the horizon,
Mm-hmm.
or you tick it up one tiny bit, 0.01, and now I can't even see from here to Adele 2.0. It's like there's nothing in between, right? And so it's really frustrating unless you're trying to create some kind of a vibe in your world of mystery or something. You really couldn't use fog. Well, I'm delighted to say that now instead of having 2 decimal places, they have 4 decimal places. So you have 100 times
Oh.
the accuracy to really dial in exactly the amount of fog that you want. Oh, looks like
October is going to be great.
Oh,
Yeah,
comment from the
it's,
floor.
it's really exciting, and I know it doesn't
why
sound
does this keep
exciting
coming up?
to people who don't build, but that's
Jane, is your hand up?
really exciting. So, Bubblegum Planet
We
has
have
I think,
2.
maybe something
Well,
to say
actually,
about that.
Jane was standing over there first, and then we got Bubblegum
Isaac?
Planet.
Okay, yeah, cool. Let's go.
Well, both of them, go ahead. You already. Okay,
Isaac, you a question?
Apparently so. Yeah, bring him
Oh,
up. You bet.
bring
It's
Isaac up.
interactive.
Okay, it's not really a question, but I was answering when you didn't know, when you said like, if you didn't know that VR chat had a mobile app, they do have a mobile app. It's only for Android right now, but they are working on one for iPhones.
Ah, good to know. Good to know.
Oh, okay, that is good to know.
Yeah, the problem
great.
with iPhone is that they
Thank
be
you so
wanting
much.
cuts. So that's
Yes, they
the
do.
issue. And that's why a lot of people haven't made a version for them yet. So
Hello. Can you
That's
hear me?
okay. That's okay. And iPhone, iPhone just makes things difficult for me all the time.
Yeah, y'all always come 2 years later and say, "Oh, look what we got." But go ahead, Bubblegum.
No, I was
I'm
going to
Andrew.
ask, is that the same for anchor points? Or is that just for Sensei J2?
Nope. That's just for right now. It's just for fog. Just for fog.
Okay, I was about to
Hopefully
get
they're going to start dialing out
He's like,
all
I'm
the
gonna
rest
build
of
more
everything.
She said,
I
hold
know
up.
where you're going with
Let me
that, though.
take
I
off this
understand.
guitar. Take his guitar off.
You put him on the
Sensei.
spot right there. Eh?
Sensei, she had that came up with a weapon too.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm telling you, she's gonna go to build mode right now.
You
She's
don't
literally
get
gonna go on her
that.
menu
I was
and be
literally
gone.
about to hop up, turn into a coin, and get like right now.
I told you. I already know it.
Linda Rooney.
That is a builder for you. Because the moment you tell me we got something new, I'm like, guys, I gotta
Yep,
go.
I'm out. See ya. That's right. Now here's for creators also. Bubblegum Plant, this is for you. Also, and this may be the biggest thing that has happened for creators in a long time, and that is Horizon Worlds has now launched player persistent variable groups for all world creators. Yeah. Do you know what that means?
No, please tell
Okay.
me.
Some of the best things
What
they
is
ever
a
did.
player persistent variable, and what is a player persistent variable group? Player persistent variables are variables within a world that persist across multiple sessions, right? So if I'm in this world and you are, say, tracking the amount of time that I'm in this world, and then I leave, and then 2 days later I come back, it'll pick right back up. In other words, that variable continues on, right? It doesn't go away when the session ends or when I leave. So it persists, okay? Those have been available, but now we have player persistent variable groups. What is that? Those are groups of player persistent variables that can be shared across multiple worlds. So you have another world, you can then bring that information into that world. You have a third world, you can bring that into one of your third worlds. In fact, it can be shared across all of your worlds. Go ahead, Black Jedi.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the way a good use case is, say that you have since we've been using Adele, right? Say we have Adele coins, and you wanted
Right.
this person to be able to use Adele coins in this world, in this world, in this world. Their numbers will track in each one of them. So if they won 25 in you, right, they can use the 25 in this world. So like
That
that's
is
a good
so
use
smart.
case.
Yep.
So
You can go
that's
shopping.
why it's so important.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
so cool.
Exactly.
Oh, okay,
Exactly.
that's good.
Yep.
It is.
You can do
Especially
other use
for
cases.
singles.
Would be questing across worlds, right? So if I had a hub world that had doors to all of my other worlds, I could have a quest board set up and say, hey, you have achieved the quest of going to that world, and you've achieved the quest of going to that.
Really good.
And it shows how many of my worlds you've been on the leaderboard, and it shows you on
Right.
the top of the board or whatever, right?
That is
You
so
can
cool.
track user total visits
That's
or
awesome.
time spent in all of your worlds, not just a world, but you can track them for
Mhm.
your entire
The information
Black
is needed.
Jedi verse, right? The entire
That helps
worlds
if you're
that
trying to
you
build
own.
a business and tell you like, look, I keep
Yep.
people in my world all day, and
Yep.
this is the
That's the
numbers
data.
to show.
These are the
Yeah.
numbers that show it.
That's
I mean, they
the
weren't all
data.
in just this world, but they were world hopping from my world
Exactly.
to my other world to my other world, and here you can see all that. Also, you can, with the use of asset spawning, also items can be tracked. So, like if I'm in Black Jedi's one world and I win a hat that I can wear when I'm in that world, he can say, "Hey, any of my worlds, we'll bring that hat in for you. You can wear that hat in any of my worlds now, right?" So,
Now that's
or-
good.
Yeah. So
If
like,
I
especially
am
if you build the
wi-
game and you got level 1, 2, 3, and 4, you
Yeah.
can build on
See, that's
their
good.
basically
Right. So your multi-world role-playing games are now possible. I mean,
We have
genuinely
more
possible.
consistency across the board.
Yep. So if I end
Correct.
up with a gun,
Very good.
and Miss Queen ends up with a sword, when we go to level 2, she still has her sword. I still have my gun, right?
Yep.
And I have this many experience points, and she has that many. She has her potion for speed and whatever. And we carry those items with us from world to world.
That is
And
awesome.
those are pretty. It's very, very exciting. Very
I'm
exciting.
sure Victor would have loved that back in the day.
Oh my gosh, yes. for sure.
When he made Crash Site, that was like my first world game world that I've been to that he built, and I thought that was one of the most amazing worlds.
And even by today's standards, it's still one of the most amazing.
It is. It is. It's crashed now because he hasn't been back in forever. So the new updates make some of the script not work. But back when it first started, that was definitely one of the best worlds made.
Yeah, we're talking about Victor Riddle, one of the OGs of Horizon.
I know, yeah.
Victor. Oh my gosh, and he made some amazing worlds, and he built these worlds where you went from level to level, and they're called Crash Site, where you play this game here in this world, and then you discover a door to another world, and so on and so forth. He was one of the first people that did that. But now you can bring your stuff with you, from world to world.
Good.
So it's very exciting stuff. And I think that we're going to continue to see exciting things being released between now and Connect.
It's
for sure.
much more coming.
Yeah, so as creators, we're just crazy with excitement. So those are your meta news.
I'm excited
for this
Well,
week.
thank you so much for that meta news, Mr. Sensei
That's
Jay.
some good meta news.
I know, it really is.
I would clap, but I'm glitching, so I can't reach the board to clap. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sensei Jay. Now, it is time for the real life news, Miss Diva, and I know how you're gonna do it. What is the real life news today?
Well, hello, this is Diva, the real Queen Bee, CEO of Mogul Mindset Incorporated. So I'm here to bring you the real world business news. So we got quite a few things. So I'm going to preface it, especially for those of you at home on live stream. My Instagram is, you can go to @Diva, the real Queen Bee, or go to @Mogul Mindset Incorporated, because all the great news I share today is coming from Extended Reality Networks. I will have all the links on those pages. So let's start with the first one. So I did share information on the Meta certification program through, I cannot pronounce the name, Corsa? Couresa.
Corsa.
Thank you. I can never pronounce that.
Coursera.
Never pronounce
Some
it.
people say Coursera, whatever.
And
You know what it means.
yeah, I always say it wrong. And so there is, you can get a 7-day free trial to be able to take as many of the certification courses. If you complete them, you can get a certification in everything from augmented reality and more. And the registration, there is a deadline. You have to be registered though by, I think the deadline is June 25th. So if this is something you're interested in, you can go right to my pages and get the links and get the information on how to register for those courses to get your certifications. The second piece I wanted to share is, many of you know that the AWE 2024 is taking place right now, and that is the Augmented World Expo. Is taking place out in California. I do believe that Joy Rain was speaking this year.
Yep.
And I know that Howard is out there.
Yep.
Yeah, I know Howard's out there. However, I just wanted to extend an invite to all of you. Again, on our pages, you will see the AWE Immersive Mixer link. If you go to the page, I have it right there for you. Click on the link. And the mixer is the end of AWE. They will recap all the major points and the major announcements. As we know, Meta was out there and so many companies. So they'll do a recap for you. At the top of each hour will be a speaker. It's going to be 4 hours long. And again, all that information I have for you on the Instagram page. But it's a great chance to network and to have a chance to hear some of the highlights of what happened at the expo. So I wanted to share that. The next piece is always fast and furious. I constantly have, I always say, reach out to me. There is always grant information. So right now we have Verizon has just launched a grant for small businesses. It's a $10,000 grant. All you have to do is take a couple of their online business courses, and which range from about 20 minutes each, and then you're eligible to register and fill out for that particular grant. There is another grant that was just announced, a $5,000 grant for women of color who desire to have their own business. So that information, as well, is, I believe, part of the Verizon information. All of that, again, is going to be shared on the Instagram pages. And the eBay grant for small businesses, $10,000 grant, is still available. Game Fund Creator Fund. There's over $5 million that's been targeted for that for creators. I went on this just to see how hard it was to fill it out. Not hard at all. However, I am not a gamer, nor am I a creator. I'm a business person. So I would say for those of you that are creators, you need to go on. It is a simple application. And they just want you to describe your game, the concept, what you're looking to do. But again, and we constantly say this, I did some check-ins with my sources. They are behind where they thought they would be with submissions for this. So I'm trying to get the word out. We've got $5 million. Many of you have said that you have dreams of doing this full time. You can have a salary with that. So just make sure that you take a look at that as well. And then I wanted to do a shout out to some individuals that are here. Magic Link. Magic Link is a social media influencer company, and Diva Queen Bee is represented by the management team at Magic Links, and they're looking in on live stream today, and they're looking at future partnership possibly with our show. So I wanted to share that with you officially. So again, I want to thank the executive at Magic Links, and Magic Links is an outstanding, they work as your agency to be able to represent you. So Diva's got an agent, so we're doing pretty good here.
I like it. Great.
So, just wanted to share that as well.
Listen, at first when you said Magic Link, first thing that came to my mind is I remember back in the day, I was in high school, and Magic Link used to be where you used to do voice. It was like VoIP, I believe. It was voice over the internet. And you just plug it in, you have a phone. That's what I thought it was.
I remember that.
It was back, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Oh gosh. Oh man, I was well out of college, so you just dated me on that one. But yeah.
Look, I dated myself. Is what I did there.
Well, the thing is that Sensei and I were saying is, we're just watching what is happening. We knew that it was coming. I feel like in terms of globally and the U.S., we're in for an amazing piece with what we're looking at extended reality. I had a unique opportunity as well on Monday, and I put this up on my pages. Mogul Mindset was invited to Selfridge Air National Guard Base, and there had a chance to sit down with members of the military along with other individuals who owned extended reality companies. And Sensei, you would have loved this, and I had to talk to you offline. It was phenomenal. Just, we had a chance to see the behind the scenes of what they are developing, how they're developing. And we actually met and spent time with the colonel that's over the whole program for extended reality with the military. I can't, it just gives me goosebumps. It's just phenomenal. The biggest one, the things I wanted to share, I know you all will find interesting, is how they're approaching actual virtual immersion. Whoa, they're ready. They're so far ahead. But it was just amazing. And then the biggest thing is, he said the biggest thing they're looking at is, I thought it was cool in terms of drones and long-term travel for drones. And I think thus far he was saying they tested a package with medical supplies, and they got it to go 26.2 miles. So that was the most recent achievement. So I just wanted to share that information with you as well. But Sensei, I'll be calling you offline about this anyway.
Sounds good. Awesome.
That is amazing.
That sounds like they gave you the information they wanted to give you, because I've definitely heard drones go further than that.
Not the information they wanted to give. I may not have gave you all the information.
Right. Listen, because I definitely know drones go way further than that. So,
in fields of battle. We're talking about fields of battle.
Well, thank you so much for the real life news, Miss Diva. It's been an awesome time listening to that. That's a lot of, holy shnikes, y'all. That's a lot of information for today.
It is a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. But Not just that, we have an awesome guest who has a very special world that they would like to talk about. Mr. Black Jedi, please tell us what your world gossip is for today.
Technically, it's two. I gave you the newest one.
Mm-hmm.
The newest one is Jedi Jukebox. One of the things that I wanted to do was to kind of make a place that would kind of remind me of a place where my grandmother would work. And this jukebox joint kind of reminds me of a place like that because my mother was grandmother was a singer, but she got into the church. So of course, when you get in the church, you church singer. You can't sing outside the church. They tell you, look, nah, you a heathen if you're singing outside the church. Don't you bring that secular music?
No, that's right.
But yeah, it was just it's kind of like a futuristic old school style. So I'll be dropping that soon. Probably I'm shooting for next weekend. For it to be completely done and scripted. It's really just waiting on me to script. But the world that's out now, it's called Black History is American History. And I kind of posted it up for Juneteenth a little bit too, because it was just about talking about just where we are and where we came from in a sense. And it's almost like a reflection world type style. And it kind of when you first come in, you're in like this museum, and it just got information about different thing about people of color that's changed different parts of America. Because it's one for me, I do hate the fact that we separate it as if Black history isn't American history, and I didn't. That's why I made the world call that Black history is American history, because I wanted to be understood that there isn't a difference. It's only being highlighted as Black history because it was so many years of not being a part of it. So that's why I say Black history is American history, and that world just means a lot to me on that standpoint, because I just want everybody to get an understanding that history itself should not ever be like muted on certain ends. So, no matter your color, if you're Asian, Hispanic, if you have history and it happened here, it should be American history. And so that's one of the reasons why I would always cherish that world, because it means a lot. And it talks about how what happened when we started to build things like our own banks and stuff like that. And like I said, those things happened because of we weren't allowed to have. So we had to go build our own. And then when that happened, it all got torn down. So if you get a chance, go check it out. Black History is American History. It's very informative. And it just gets your mind going. But on the lighter side, again, Jedi Jukebox is coming. Y'all, I'm gonna have a big, I guess, a big grand opening and invite everybody over. I did have a question. Maybe you may know. Do they still do the members only world where you can have more than 30 people?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Members only world is still a thing.
Okay. No, because I was thinking to myself, it's just maybe doing something like that where we can just have just invite everybody. It may say members only, but I want to invite everybody and then get everybody in there and, just try to just have a huge night of it and have fun in the jukebox and go from there.
And Black Jedi, I wanted to say thank you for agreeing to be on the show. You are someone I don't think, because we've never had a chance to go in passing. However, I know we've seen each other on Instagram, but I've always admired your work. And when I came on Horizons just last year, and forgive me, I can't remember the name. I know you have a ton of work, so you might not either. But there was one particular world I remember you had, and it had like I don't know what it was. It was like almost like you felt like you were on an elevator or something. It was just pushing you straight up to the sky. I don't remember I have to remember the name of the world. Either way, I just wanted you to know that I would go in your world. It was just, your detail is amazing. And just, that was like my place I would go, because I had just got the headset, and whatever you had in there, it gave me a sensation of feel like I was soaring or flying. And the reason at that time, because I had just lost my parents. And so it was like, and it's the craziest thing. I would go in there sometimes. It was your world at like 2 or 3 in the morning Eastern time. And I would just get on that thing over and over and over. So I just wanted to say to you, and I'm going to remember the name. It was over a year ago, and you charged it to my head, not my heart. But I just wanted to take time. I'm one of those people that believe that you give people their flowers while they're here. And so the reason I reached out to you is because I wanted to say thank you, because as creators, you don't know what you look at. You're just doing what you do, but you don't know how your art can bring comfort to someone else. So I just wanted to say thank you. And that was one of the reasons I really wanted to meet you.
I appreciate that. My heart is full on that one for sure. Because like, just as a creator, you do enjoy hearing people enjoy your work. Because a lot of times I don't build for people to stay in my worlds. It's really just an experience, and then and then that's just it, right? So like me building this world, the Jedi Jukebox is more of a world where you come in and you stay, you have fun, you talk, and you socialize. But most of my worlds like were art pieces, so it's just an experience when you get there, and then that's it, right? Like my the world, Woman of Virtue, it just kind of goes through women that go through hurt and how they persevere. As you walk through the world, it kind of tells you the story of that. And like I build for an experience rather than retention, I guess is the word that Facebook likes to use, or Meta. But that's what, like, you saying that is exactly what I like to hear, because I just want to hear people feedback on their experience from the worlds.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Well, unfortunately, it is almost about that time that we have to call it. But before we do, I do want to let you guys know that due to some awesome Horizon glitches and some difficulties with trying to record these said worlds that we always do whenever we do, our QT gossips, I'm slightly behind, but I think have the ability to start recording worlds again with sound, hopefully. So eventually I will be, whenever you publish that word, let me know. I will go in there, I'll record it. Typically I like to do a promotional video for everyone who's been on the stage here at QT Gossips. So everyone who has ever been a guest, I always go to the world that they've selected. And I do a promotional video and I post it on YouTube, and then I share it everywhere on all our social medias and tag you in it. So I'll definitely send it to you. But if anyone is wanting to take a look at any of the previous videos that we've had for any other guests that have been here, including Mr. Sensei J, all those awesome videos are going to be located on our YouTube page, which it's Queen Royalty Productions YouTube, or Miss Queen Lilia 1. And then we have a YouTube page here where you can watch the show. And that's called QT Gossip Podcast. So you can watch those as well on that YouTube channel as well. But that being said, unfortunately, it is about that time, and I do have a couple little announcements that we do have to go over. So first things first.
Are you looking to reach a sophisticated audience, eager for the latest royal news and gossip? Partner with Queen's Talk Gossip, the premier podcast covering all things regal. With our dedicated listenership of royal enthusiasts, your brand will reign supreme. Contact us now to discuss sponsorship opportunities fit for royalty. Remember to like and joining us today. Remember to like and subscribe to Queen's Talk Gossip YouTube and Twitch channel for live streaming where you can get the latest and greatest podcast news, along with Queen Royalty Productions to follow the best world promotional videos, Instagram info, and more located on our media boards.
Alrighty. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so very much, including our live audience viewers. Thank you so much for watching. It has been a blessed evening, especially with our lovely special guest and our Master of the Buttons, who is now back, I guess, I'm assuming. Woo! We have our lovely, awesome co-host with me, Miss Diva the Queen Bee, and of course Sensei J. And we can't forget our lovely Mr. Baroni, a cameraman, who will be joining us here on stage here very, very soon. I am super excited about that. But that being said, it is time to unfortunately call it a day. But without further ado, it is time to also talk about where people can find us if they would like to reach out to us or have any questions or anything like that. So, of course, we obviously have to have our awesome special guest go first. So, Mr. Blaqjedi, where can people come find you if they would like to talk to you?
Find me in build mode. I'm always active now. I used to go inactive, but I'm always active now. But you can find me on social media. Blaqjedi I'm sorry, I said that wrong. BLAQJEDI _VR on Instagram, and Twitter. You can find me on Facebook for the same name, and that's about it. If you're looking for me, just message me, and like anybody else, like anybody would tell you, I do respond. So any questions you have on anything, building, bringing in music, whatever it is, I'm always here to help. Sweet.
That is awesome. And what about you, Mr. Sensei J? Where can people go and find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Sensei J Horizon.
Perfect. Short, sweet, to the point.
There you go.
Miss Diva the Queen Bee, where can people find you? And I know what you're gonna do, so go on and do it.
See, I'm gonna surprise you today. I'm surprising you.
Oh, okay.
You can find us at Mogul Mindset Inc. or at Diva Real Queen Bee on Instagram. I have nothing else.
Oh. That is a surprise.
That is a surprise. Holy cow.
You know, I grew up, I had siblings.
Oh, she's giving me the smirk. Okay.
It's going another direction.
What about... Oh, don't make me laugh. It hurts. What about you, Mr. Master of the Buttons, Captain Jack Morgan? Where can people find you?
Anybody cares to find me, they can find me on Instagram at Captain Jack Morgan 22 or on my YouTube channel, Captain Jack Morgan.
Awesome. And we cannot forget our awesome cameraman right up on top, Mr. Bronina _CRS. That is his Instagram page. Definitely go check him out. He does amazing promotional work. Definitely go like and share his page. Show him how much you care. As well as like and share Queen's Talk Gossip. And make sure you save it, because next week we're going to have an awesome guest. And I'm super excited for it. But I am Miss Queen. I am your host. And you can find me on Instagram at MissQueenLily01. As well as YouTube. We do have the Queen Royalty Productions YouTube page where we promote all of the worlds that we've talked about. And then we also have a Queen's Talk Gossip YouTube page where you can watch any of the live streams and the shows that you have previously missed are all in there, as well as a Twitch channel. We do have Twitch as well. And we do have a Discord, so if you'd like to join our Discord, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to send you the link to Discord so you can see all the awesome things that we do and promote and all that fun in there. But without any further ado, it is that time of night where we're going to call it an evening, and we just want to thank you all so very much for coming. Thank you again to our special guest, Blaqjedi. It's been an awesome time having you here.
You were so
talking
much
to
fun.
Been a pleasure.
You were a
Of
ball.
course.
We had fun.
Thank you. Yes, yes, and our awesome guests that have been here in the world, as well as the guests that are watching online. You are all awesome, and we are blessed to have you all here. So thank
Hey.
you all so very much for being here. Especially those people that are hidden in the water. You want to go swimming, by all means. I love it. Definitely go swimming. So, that being said, thank you all so very much, and we hope to see you next week.
Woo!
Thank you for joining us today here at QT Gossip Podcast with the best of the best info around. Join us again every Thursday at 8 p.m.
ma'am.
EST or watch
I'm
our
going to
live
send you a
stream.
personal message
Don't
on
forget
Discord.
to like and subscribe.
Because what I want to talk to
and
you about,
remember,
we need to talk
as
about
we
cell
close
phone.
the mic,
Okay,
open
perfect.
your
We can do that.
mind to new
Okay, so
horizons.
I'll send it to you and we can
the
arrange a
door
time to talk. I do need to
countless
talk.
possibilities.
You bet. Awesome.
Until
I look
next
forward
time,
to it. Thank you.
keep chasing
Okay.
your dreams.